obviously every morning they get used to this happening.
Caught behind. He was the only person on the ground who could have... Right then, Josh, what are we up to?
Right guys, welcome back to the channel. New day on the farm. Why don't we start by doing the Ollie blogs. How is everyone feeling today? It's been a bit of a rubbish week. For myself, we've had some bad news within our friendship group, but it's not something we can do a lot about, and it's not something I really want to discuss too much on here, but I'm feeling about, I don't know, 70% at the moment. I'm obviously back on the farm this morning, which is my happy place. Currently doing Dr. Phil's work because he is busy doing more important things within the institute today. These guys have eaten all their grub, so we're going to feed them. That'll be the first thing we do. We'll chuck in some fresh straw for them as well. They're all sort of here to meet me, which is quite nice. Do you do this for Phil? You come and say hello to him? Yeah. And then we've got to get on with all the other jobs. We've got cows out on the bank there that are on a daily move behind a fence, so I'll show you that when we do that. Got all the other cows and calves to go and check away from home. And then we might actually get to doing something. The sun is really, really strong, really, really hot this morning already. It's only 8:45. So there might be the off chance that the barley comes in dry enough this afternoon to get the combine going, or maybe early this evening. So we will see. Right, so we have got little boots here on the wagon. So it's the 6620 on the Lucas Spiromix. For anyone who doesn't know what this machine is, it does bedding as well as feeding. It's got a flywheel on the front and also the rotor in the middle for feeding. We got a moorhen and a chicks wandering around. That's pretty cool to see. They're growing every day, they are. And then we got the Fergie in here and a couple of bales of silage. So we're going to use this one first. Just as simple now as getting it in the wagon, he says. Bedding. Right, cows, you're going to come out one at a time, nice and gently. Yeah, right. We won't talk about how well evenly I fed. Bit of operator error went on here. They won't mind. Right, it's all finished here. Just got to do a little bit of paperwork and then off out to the grass moves. We are now over on what we call our techno graze plots. So there are 6 guys behind me here, and they are in a cell which is fenced with these bungee cords. Now we always have 2 cells ready, so the one that they're in and the one they're going to. And then every morning we just come along, open up the next one, and normally when there's not a camera pointing at them, they'll just stroll on through. Obviously every morning they get used to this happening. And all I do now is I pick up that little bungee fence there, so there's 5 stakes and a bungee cord, and I take it above them and set up the next cell ready for tomorrow. We've also got these little troughs here. These are really handy for little things like this when there's only 6 or 7 cows. Got these paddles in them that as they push down, the water comes up. And they are on this main line of water here, so this runs down the middle of the 2 halves of the experiment. So cows are working up this way, and then once they get to the top they go back down that way. They just go in a continuous loop. And then every so often on this main line there are some T-junctions with a tap like this. So all I do when I need to move it, like I do this morning, is turn that off, undo this end, and I drag this up. The next one will be just above where the cows are, plumb it in and turn it on. It's obviously a very nice job to do on mornings like this, when the sun's out, blue sky, nice little bit of breeze. When it's raining sideways, not the best. And alongside every cell grazing plot like this, there is a set stock, so you can see the line where the grass changes colour there and goes all seedy. There's 6 or 7 cows in one area. Set stock, so they go in there at the start of the year and they stay in there the entire time. They don't get moved at all. And it's sort of just comparing the two types of systems. Right, let's crack on. Starting to sound a bit like the Funky Farmer. I keep saying crack on. Hell of a crop of grass. Sorry, Richard. Can I help you lot? What's on? Cows have all come to see what's going on. Just moved the last fence over there, so I am heading back to the ranch. Still got the little Coyote here at the moment. Proving very, very useful. Cows are not going, never mind. Right, so I think the rough plan today is to try and finish moving the trailers like we saw in the last video, if you watched it. I move some cattle before the weekend, which is tomorrow. And then I got to go and see some more cows and calves after coffee. And I'll take the grain moisture tester with me and we'll test the barley, because it ain't going to be far off by the time I get to testing it. If you watched the last video, you'll have seen me and Phil picking up one of these trailers. There's 2 more out here to pick up. There's this one and one up there at the end of the field. So I've just come to get this one. Got the cricket on, although we're doing pretty terribly. And then the plan is we want to let the cows in this field for the weekend that are currently other side of those trees, because a bit of grass in here, more than where they are now. That'll then free up that bank of ground there for second cut silage for the Blue Farm platform. There's 2 out of 3. 3!
Behind, he was the only person on the ground who could have caught him.
Josh, what are we up to?
Cattle moving.
From where to where and why?
Lower Wyke 4 to Dairy South, because they're running out of grass.
Yeah.
And we need to lay up some silage ground.
Yeah.
Operation Move Cattle.
Operation Move Cattle, shut gates, open gates. Yeah, make sure they're happy.
Yes.
So we'll see how we get on. Tune in for further updates.
They're playing hard to get. If only they knew where they were going, they'd be running after me. I have deployed convertible mode. Right, we finally got them in the right field. They did not want to move. We got them out of the field, I should say. I couldn't get them to just take a step.
No, I know. It could be really, when it was TV testing, it's like turning that corner there is bringing them to a whole new planet, isn't it?
Thing is, when you don't want them to follow you, they'll follow you to the end of the earth. See how this goes. I like this cube. It's got mounts for cameras and things.
Well, it's a quad for the modern age, isn't it?
It's a content quad.
Right, how you go, and if we just ditch this, it's not the end of the world. We can wind it up when we shift it. Go on, then, you lot. Go on. Go on. Help! Yes! Quickly again, go on!
That couldn't have gone any better. They flew straight out the gate. Right, let's go catch them up. Phil's walking behind them. I'll take a risk and open this gate because, believe it or not, this is a public road. And can't be leaving gates shut, just in case anyone sat nav decides to bring them down here. Have you ever seen a more farmer bodge for getting cattle off the road? So there they go. They look well happy. 15 acres there to roam around. That'll keep them happy for a while.
The great thing is as well, they're up nearer the farm again, so there's some handling to do next week, so it'll be much easier.
Indeed.
For you all, while I'm away.
Yeah, whilst you're swanning yourself.
Yeah, well, you know, when you get my age, buddy, you need time to recuperate.
Got your best bit of string there, have you?
It was what was on
of it. Yeah. I am up at our away ground, just checked all our cows and calves. They're all happy, got plenty of grass and whatnot. Here is a field of our winter barley. KWS TARDIS is the variety. So another field just the other side of that hedge, of exactly the same stuff. I've got the moisture meter. Now today has been proper windy, as you can probably hear, but also very, very warm. So I'm hoping this will be somewhere down around 15%. If it's anywhere near that, we'll probably make the phone call and get it cut and taken away to storage. The only question then is about the straw, but I think it might be sensible just to bale it right behind the combine into some rounds, and they can stay out in the field, and we can worry about that next week or whenever we get a chance, because I will not have time to do anything with that myself today. So yeah, I'm going to set up here in the tram line. I'm going to walk out and get some samples, and I'll show you how the moisture meter works, and we'll see what it says. We're here in a tram line. I've been out and had a sample from various parts of the field. I've gathered it here in the little box that the tester comes in. So what I need to do is get a handful of this here, which is the barley, as you can see there, and fill up the little hole on the top of the lid here. What you don't want is bits of like that in there. That's just foreign material. That's not actually barley. Right, anyway, fill this up level, tip it in the top, spread it all around so it's nice and even. Now I'm going to turn the crusher on. I don't know if you can see, but it says barley at the top. It says 9mm on the right hand side, which is the measurement for that top piece. Right, and what we're going to do is screw the top on. I don't know if you can see my face or not. Anyway, basically we just grind this down now, as far as it goes, like so. We press OK to do a moisture measurement. 16.7. It's a bit annoying. I thought it'd be less than that. What I will do is I'll go next door and do a sample from that field as well. Right, now what would you do in this situation? Second sample, 15.8%. It's only 10 to 3, so another couple hours of sunshine. It's only 5 hectares as well, so you'd knock it out fairly quickly. I reckon it would be a goer. I'm going to make a phone call and see what we can drum up here. I have got another sample with me in a bag here that I'm going to take home, because at home I've got some calibrated grain that I can just recalibrate the tester with to make double sure that it is the moisture it says it is. It's so dry, it's so hot, the wind's blowing through it as well. It's nearly ideal time to do it. Obviously if we're testing grain at 15-16%. By the time it goes through a combine, it will be 16-17. There is that to take into consideration, but we'll consult boss man Bruce, we'll consult Tom, our contractor, see what their thoughts are. We don't even know if they're available. They might be combining somewhere else, so better work that out first, I suppose. I mentioned a job in the last video that I wanted to do, so I'm coming down to do it. This field here, it's pretty clean, but down this end, a lot of rushes. The best weapon I can find in the stable is big boots, the 6.620 Sport. We're going to come down and have a whack at them. There's a few docks as well. The sheep have grazed this field out, so we'll just tidy it up. It won't take too long, it's not that big. So he says. Just get the wings down. Let's aim for some rushes. See what we can do it. Go down a gear, I think. Smash them! I'm just going over these really thick patches, going over them backwards first. And then I'll drive over them the other way. Save squashing them all before trying to put them through the rotors. See the difference? Hell of a job. The power shaft guard chain has come off, so that's spinning. That needs addressing, so that is not good. It's one of those really satisfying jobs, especially when it's rushes. Knock the blooming things down. We're now doing what is known as speed topping. Just getting all these little dock bits and whatever before they seed. There's only a few rushes left. I've decimated most of the rushes at the other end of the field. But yeah, we're just taking off all these little stringy bits of docks and whatever few pockets of rushes there are. Not actually skimming the ground too much at all. There's not a lot of grass here because the sheep have grazed it so tight, but hopefully this will be doing some good. Starting to take the edge off of those a bit. Yeah, it looks a lot better. It's like a cricket pitch. Never mind Trent Bridge or Headingley or wherever. Get the blaze down here for the ashes. We'll make a pitch for them. I'm going home for the weekend. I'm going to go spend some time with my lovely wife. So thank you very much for watching. If you've enjoyed the video, please give it a thumbs up. Don't forget you can subscribe, it is completely free. If you'd like to follow any of the links down below for any of my other forms of social media, then I'll be more than happy for you to come and follow along. I am trying at the moment to put out 3 videos a week. It's a bit of a struggle time-wise, but we are just about doing it. But so I hope you guys are enjoying that. But yeah, we'll see you on another video very soon. Cheerio.